What's up everyone, welcome to this special Q&A video celebrating 50k subscribers. First and foremost, I want to express my sincere gratitude for your unwavering support and loyalty. This channel has reached incredible heights because of each and every one of you. Your support allows me to continue creating content that we all enjoy together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, you guys are the best. I did receive many questions from you which I'll try to answer in this freestyle unscripted video. I wasn't sure what I should show while I answer your questions, so here's some random gameplay footage from different games. First question from XALX Ally, I think. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. How do you first learn about the King of Fighters? I only really got into the series after learning about the characters from your videos, and I hope you continue to make the banger videos. Well, thanks. I'm glad you think that my videos are banger. My first encounter with the KOF series was in the arcades in 96, 97, about that time. The first KOF I ever saw was KOF 95. It was in an arcade machine next to a Street Fighter cabinet. It was Super Street Fighter 2, and next to it was an old run and gun platformer called Toki. I don't know if you know that game. It was a monkey that shoots fireballs and you have to save your girlfriend or something. I don't remember very good. It was very hard. And the other arcade game was a dodgeball game where you pick a team and then you get to play with other team from other high schools, and whenever you beat a team you get to choose their champion to join your team, and the champions have their special moves. It was a really good game. I can't remember its name actually. And yeah, those were the arcade games at the time when I first discovered the series during the KOF 95. And what differentiates KOF 95 was how realistic the characters looked at the time and compared to the games that were next to it. KOF just gave that vibe of being a game for grown-ups, a game for the edgy people, not for anybody. Not that it was anything wrong with Street Fighter, but compared to it, KOF was like something completely different. And that and the fact that you get to choose your own team, you get to choose 3 characters. That was the selling point. That was actually what made it really popular. So yeah, that's how I first discovered KOF. Everything looked so cool about it. Next question is from KOF Family 3191. Congratulations, I have 2 questions. Where are you from? Your own favorite trio team from each saga. Well, I'm from Casablanca, Morocco. I already answered this question a lot of times, yet I still get questions about it. I don't know why people are so curious about that. I never knew it was such a recurring question for you. But yeah, I'm from Morocco. It says so in the channel, by the way. It's not something I'm really hiding or anything. And for your second question, your favorite trio team from each saga. That's a tough question. From the Orochi saga, are you talking about the canon teams or my own pick? Why can't tell? From KOF 94 it was the Mexico team, the Art of Fighting team. In the 95 it was Kyo, Robert and Rugal. You could choose Rugal in KOF 95, by the way. In KOF 96 it was Terry, Ralph and Leona, I think. I don't remember. Or Iori, I don't remember who were my main in 96. In 97 it was Robert, Iori and Clark. In 98, Orochi Yashiro, Clark, and Iori again. In 99, it was K-Dash, Iori again, Clark again. I don't remember the fourth. In 2000, I don't really have a main team. I didn't play that much, to be honest. Starting from KOF 2000, the arcades started to die up a little bit. It was no longer that popular. In 2002, it was K49, Kusanagi, Orochi Yashiro again, and that's it. Actually, that's it. It was only 3 characters. In 11, I can't say it's Ryo, it's Oswald, and it's Kula. In 13, because 12 never existed, it's a legend. KOF 12 doesn't exist. But in 13, it's King, Kyo, and maybe Takuma. Yeah, I think it's Takuma. 14, it's Yamazaki, Mature, and Geese. And finally in 15, it's Yamazaki again, Orochi Yashiro, King, and a little bit of Shingo. I do play him now and then. I like Shingo in 15 a lot. It's really cool. Next question from Free Palestine 730. Okay, so my question is that can you tell me your real name, please? Do you really want to know my real name? Because if I tell you, I'm gonna have to. No, just kidding. My real name is Yasin. Nothing special about it. Next question from Yolanda Kiku. What inspired you to make the Shoryugame YouTube channel? This channel is awesome, I'm glad I subscribed to it and I can't wait to see more of what's in store for this channel going forward. Also, congratulations. Thank you so much. What inspired me was, first, I'm a huge fan of the series, and when I started making videos for the channel, it wasn't big at the time at all. I had like not more than 300 subscribers when I started making lore videos about KOF. And like many of you, I was curious about the story of the characters. When I played the game back in the arcades, not many spoke English, and we had no idea what was going on. Why these characters were fighting, why Kyo hated Iori and vice versa. I was curious about what's going on, which is not something a lot, or let's say the majority of fighting game players are into. They're more into the gameplay, they don't really care much about the lore and the backstory of characters. But that's not my case. I always was curious about what's going on, and when I found out, when I searched, I thought it was very interesting, and it was very deep. So I started making these videos to talk about it and to share my passion with who I assumed fans that are also curious about the story and lore of these characters. And thankfully I was right. That's what inspired me. It was passion and curiosity. Next question from David YK9FY. Congratulations on the 50k subs. A question. Are there any KOF games that aren't lore accurate and just spin-off? Well, yes, there is the Maximum Impact series in the PlayStation 2 platform. They are spin-offs and they are the series. At least there are 2 games that are canon to that sub-series, and they have their own dream match games too. And there are also the Game Boy series in EX called, I think. I'm not really versed into it. Also is sub-series, spin-off games. And by the way, I did made a lore video about the Maximum Impact series, and you should and you should watch it if you're curious. Next question is Plastico Foods 6048. Happy 50k subs. I have two questions. What is your favorite team playing competitively? And what is your favorite team on casual play? Well, to be honest, I don't play competitively that much. I'm really not good playing against other humans. I do play it from time to time, but not as much as I would like actually. But if I have to choose, and I assume you're talking about KOF 15 since it's their most recent, I think I already answered this question. Is my main is Orochi Yashiro. I love Orochi Yashiro in 15. So awesome. King is also really good. I'm very comfortable playing her. And the third player, it changes. Sometimes it's Yamazaki, sometimes it's Shingo, Hyder, and others. It changes. But Orochi Yashiro and King are my mainstay. Also Blue Mary. I love Blue Mary a lot too. Also Robert. I have a lot of favorites in KOF 15. But as I said, Orochi Yashiro and King are mainstays. For my casual play, I assume my offline gaming, I go with random mostly. I like playing random, even if I don't know how to play certain characters. I just enjoy. I do pick one or two characters that I'm familiar with, but the rest is almost and always random. Next question from Axel Hunter 321. Hey, congrats to 50k subscribers, Shoryu. My question is, you haven't done for Tekken, lore for Tekken, which is Tekken 8 is the best Tekken game in few months ago, Guilty Gear, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, Bloody Roar, Super Smash Bros, Killer Instinct, and other fighting games content videos for your channel, besides KOF and other SNK fighting games franchises. Well, actually that's not quite true. I did lore videos for other games. I did one for Street Fighter, I did one for Skullgirls, I did one for Final Fight, for Metal Slug, Samurai Showdown, what else? Last Blade. So I did plenty of lore videos, not just for KOF. And about the games you're asking, for Tekken for instance, it's not a series that I play that much, to be honest. When I started making KOF lore videos, I was already very familiar with the games. I didn't know some details about the lore, but I was very invested in it. It's not the same thing about the other series. If I'm gonna do a lore video, I need to play them a lot first, so I would know what I'm talking about. But for now, I'm not that invested in them. I'm not saying I won't, because that's still a possibility. I love the Tekken games, by the way. I don't play them that much, but I enjoy them. I tried some Tekken 8, it's awesome, by the way. I loved it. But I didn't really try the story mode or anything. In fact, I had Tekken 7 for a very long time, and I didn't even try the story mode. I didn't even finish it. I don't even know how it finished. So making lore videos about them is going to take a lot of time, since these series you're talking about are long-running series with a lot of games and installments. Getting into the lore of them, it's gonna take a lot of time, so I'm not that well invested in them. That's why when I made lore videos about other games like Skullgirls, it's a one game, it's a one installment. This was relatively easy to cover it. And I didn't cover all of it, by the way, still miss the DLC characters. I still intend to do. But yeah, what discouraged me from taking on this series is because I'm not that invested in them, and they have a lot of games. But the possibility is still there. I will get to them at some point, that's for certain, except for Mortal Kombat. I don't think I'm gonna do a lore series about it. I'm sorry for Mortal Kombat fans, I was very disappointed by Mortal Kombat 10X. The way it handled the series is very greedy. It pushed me away from the series. And the fact that it's very bloody, very gory, YouTube is gonna censor my channel very hard. YouTube doesn't like blood and gore and violence. It's very strict on this, unfortunately. I have no problem with it personally, but YouTube is a little worse. Next question from Awesome Guy 9115. Why you don't do a playthrough of KOF XIII, and also why don't you make the story of main villains of KOF like Genet, Saiki, Magaki, Mukai, and also some characters like Ash, Elizabeth, etc. Okay, so your first question, there is actually no reason I didn't do a playthrough for KOF XIII. I can still make it, it's no problem for me. Actually, there is a tiny problem. For a long time I had the game on my Xbox 360. Now I have it on PC too, but when I had to capture footage for KOF XIII, I need to play the game on my 360. And if you know that console and its controller, you know how awful the D-pad is. It's very annoying to play that game with an Xbox 360 controller. It's very hard to do any combos. That's why I try to avoid KOF XIII. Nothing comes from that controller, unfortunately. But now I do have the game on my Steam, but it still necessitates a 360 controller. It's very annoying. It doesn't recognize my PlayStation 5 controller for some reason, which is a shame. But I can make a playthrough of KOF XIII. No, it's not really that big of a problem. If this is really what you want, no problem at all. And your next question was a story of the main villains like Genet, Saiki, Mag. Well, these are villains that show up basically in one game. There isn't that much to talk about them. There isn't enough content to make a dedicated video for each one of them. I talked about Genet, for example, a lot in other videos. For the Orochi saga video, I talked about him a lot in the Chizuru video, Leona's video. I felt that I said everything about him in these videos. If he's gonna make other appearances in subsequent games and there is more story to him, then yes, I would make a dedicated video. But for the time being, I don't see myself making dedicated videos for Genet or Saiki or Magaki or Mukai, because I said pretty much all about them in other videos. And about Ash and Elizabeth, same. Ash, I talked about him a lot in the Tales of Ash saga. And for Elizabeth, she's in how many games? For the time being, she was in 11, 13, and 15. She's in 3 games, so I can make a dedicated video about her actually. I'll consider that. But the others, there isn't enough content to make dedicated videos for them for the time being. I'll reconsider that if they show up in other games in the future. Next question from Mega Black Socks. What is something you want to see in City of the Worlds, like fighters or storylines? About the fighters, I want to see Yamazaki, for sure, because he's a Fatal Fury character, and according to Marco Rodriguez ending in Garo Mark of the Wolves, he was hinted at, so he's still roaming around, he still exists, and it would be really nice to see him in City of the Wolves, because unlike KOF, the time actually passes in the Art of Fighting / Fatal Fury games. I want to see more mature, or let's say more an aged up Yamazaki, how he would look like. And about the storylines, well, they better give us some conclusion about Rock's story, how he would deal with. I assume that's gonna be the case, how he dealt with Kane, his uncle, because that was the big reveal at the ending of Garou, when he chose to go his father's route. Will he turn into a villain? And what reaction Terry would take? That's mostly what I want to see. Also, I want to see some progression in Andy and Joe's own story arcs. I want to see them being more than support characters. Too nice of them to have their own arcs, even if it's side arcs. They're very on the side when it comes to KOF. So seeing some evolution and progression to their character in their original series, not only I would like to see it, but it's a necessity at this point. Their characters are really starting to get stagnated, and that saddens me. Alright, next question from Capcom Dude 8967. What is your favorite character of each fighting game from SNK? That is a question I can't answer. There's a lot. I didn't play every SNK fighting game. I don't think I did. There are a lot of fighting games. SNK made a lot of games. I'm sure there are games that I probably never heard of. I don't think I played them all myself. And have one favorite character in each game? That's a very tough question. I have favorites, obviously, like Yamazaki, Blue Mary, Iori, Kyo, so on. Jubei from Samurai Showdown, Hanzo. But pick a favorite character from each game. Come on. Next question from Mental Liberation. Congratulations, my friend. I love seeing good quality channels get supported. My burning question is, what country are you from? Really? That's a burning question. I'm trying my best to place the accent, but I can't. Also, what inspired you to do the lot of variety of SNK games? It can be very challenging to find that stuff online, at least of good quality. Well, I already answered your question. I'm from Morocco, and what inspired me was passion and curiosity. I believe I answered these questions, but thanks for your support. Your burning question, really? That's what keeps you awake at night. Next question from Nate1979. Congratulations. What do you think differentiates KOF characters from other fighting games? There is a certain je ne sais quoi that makes each character uniquely SNK. I also believe answered kinda this question. What differentiates them is maybe how realistic and deep they can be sometimes, at least in the older games. I think the developers said so themselves. That's what they started from when they came up with these characters, and you can tell so from the artworks. They have this really unique design to them, which really make them looking like real people. They're deep. They're very deep compared to other characters that may look a bit cartoonish or very one-dimensional. That's what I think differentiates KOF and SNK characters in general. Next question from Juanka2567. For the Q&A, what's your opinion on the only one voice actor for each character rule Japanese people tend to keep? This is why SNK doesn't want to bring back Melee and Seth out of respect for their dead voice actors. I wasn't aware of such rule personally. This is really a thing? Because they changed a lot of voice characters, in recent games at least. So this is news to me. And if that's the case, how are they gonna do with characters whom voice actors had passed away? I don't think that's a very smart rule to adhere to. I don't think that's the case why they didn't bring Melee or Seth back. I don't think so. If they wanted to bring them back, they would. They did bring back characters with different voice actors. And I personally think they will bring Melee at some point. It's very popular. Next question is from Adri4RM. What is the video you enjoyed making the most? It's the video that was watched the most. Of course, whatever video had the most views is the video that I enjoyed making. Well, each video I enjoy making at some point, of course. I wouldn't make these videos if I wasn't enjoying them especially when my channel was very small. So I do enjoy making these videos in general. I don't think I have a favorite personally. They are like my kids. And you don't say you have a favorite kid over another. That's bad parenting. Next question, the subscribe Lord 31. How did you get into video games in general? Whoa, you're sending me way back into the past. But I still remember my first contact with video game actually. It was in my neighboring friend. He just had an NES, a Nintendo Entertainment System for the first time, and it was the first time I saw Super Mario Brothers. It was my first contact with video games ever, and I was blown away. How old I was? Maybe 4 or 5 at the time. I was like, wow, you put the thing that button and the thing that the TV react to it. What? What kind of witchcraft is that? I still remember my reaction. That was the good times. After that, it was mainly in the arcades and fighting games. It was Street Fighter 2, my first fighting game that I interacted with. It was also there was also one fighting game that unfortunately I can't remember its name, and I can't find it anyway. It was about the same era Street Fighter 2 came out. I only remember that it had a sumo fighter character, a female character that looked like Chun-Li, and a robot character, and the character that looked like a kabuki kind of style that fought with his hair, and he could grab you with his hair and squeeze you or something. I can't remember that fighting game's name. I wish I could. I would make a video about it, because that was the first contact with the fighting games in general besides Street Fighter 2. I wish I could remember that game's name, but I was too young and I couldn't read English anyway. But yeah, those were my first memories. There was also the Kabuki Clash. Do you know Kabuki Clash? It was like a light-hearted samurai showdown, and it was also one of the first games that influenced my childhood. I made a playthrough of it, it's still in the channel. This question from Shoryugame 3187, I butchered your name, sorry. What's the source of your motivation for the videos? Money! Just kidding. I don't gain that much from the YouTube, I assure you. As I said, I like making them. I like talking about them. It's like when you find someone who share your passion with, and you start talking about your favorite things, about your passions. That's what motivates you. It's your passion. I'm passionate about video games in general, and fighting games, and especially SNK fighting games, and especially KOF. KOF is the most popular fighting game in Morocco, by the way. There is no topping it anytime soon. Or maybe it has been top, but it was the most popular during the 90s, during the golden age of the arcades. Next question from Guardian4452. Where are you from? Because I have a hard time telling from your accent. You can't tell you can't tell where I'm from my accent, because my accent is perfect. My accent is perfect, and I don't have an accent. By the way, during my first videos, I was told that it was from Wakanda. I had no idea what is Wakanda at the time. I know it's from a superhero movie. By the way, I don't like superhero movies, just that's on the side. I later learned that it's from a movie called Black Panther, and it's a fictional country. I had no idea what Wakanda is. I just had people saying, Wakanda, what are you talking about? I was completely clueless. And apparently people from that fictional land spoke like me. So I'm from Wakanda, I guess. Yeah, I don't like superhero movies, by the way. Are you unsubscribing? Please don't unsubscribe. And by the way, I apologize for my accent. I know it's terrible, but I think it improved since my earlier videos. Didn't it? Come on. But I need to highlight something. I only speak English when I'm making these videos. When I'm recording these videos. I never speak English outside of that. Nobody speaks English in my entourage, ever. So if my English and my accent is that bad or was that bad, it can't be helped, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Next question from Roy Shahir. So out of curiosity, will you do a lore video on horror games characters or items like Fatal Frame you covered? You know what? I would love to. I love horror games, by the way. And I did a let's play of Fatal Frame for one time, but unfortunately it didn't get a lot of views, and I understand why, since most of viewers of this channel are here for fighting games. I didn't make more horror games content because I didn't want to alienate viewers. But if it was up to me, I would make more horror games. I love horror games, especially old school horror games. Not the recent first-person hide and seek. I hate those actually. But the old school, when you have to fight back, the original Resident Evil and Silent Hill and Fatal Frame, Clock Tower. Actually, not Clock Tower because you still have to run away. But old school horror games, and even a newer one like the remakes are actually pretty good too. Or the homage to all the old school horror games like Signalis and the other one, what's it called? Forgot its name. What it's called? Damned Souls, Forbidden Souls, something. Tormented Souls, yeah, that's his name, Tormented Souls, which has already played and finished. I would have loved to make videos about them, but I fear it would alienate the subscribers and the viewers of this channel. But because I understand that they are here for the lore content for the fighting games, especially the KOF and SNK games. But I can make another channel. I think about starting another channel just covering horror games. That is something that I'm considering actually. I will keep making fighting game lore content on Shoryugame, like this one, and beside that do other type of content for other channel. And this way I won't alienate anybody, and if you're interested in horror games and lore related to it, you can follow me on that other channel. This is something I'm considering actually. Next question from Aegis Malkav 8057. How it feels to be Yamazaki's ultimate fanboy? I'm not the ultimate fanboy. I'm like the mini fanboy. I'm just a fanboy, not the ultimate. Okay, I actually like Yamazaki, and why I like Yamazaki is because he's crazy. And crazy is unpredictable. And unpredictable is entertaining. That's why crazy characters are very popular, not in KOF, but everywhere, in medias in general. Crazy characters are entertaining because they are unpredictable. That's why you love them. But they are terrible characters. It's not someone I would love to meet personally in real life. I'd stay way away from him. That guy is crazy. You can never tell what he can do. But the character, yes, I love him. That's why people love Yamazaki and love Vice and Juri and Melina from Mortal Kombat, because they're unpredictable, and unpredictable is entertaining, and we're playing video games to be entertained. That's my take on the matter. Next question from Mandy Militana. Congratulations man, I've been a fan for 5 years. I appreciate that a lot, thank you. My question is, who is your favorite character from KOF? Like your all-time favorite? Also, what do you think about Iori? Well, my favorite character is Yamazaki, Blue Mary, but those are actually Fatal Fury characters. If I have to choose an original KOF character, I'd go with Iori too. Which brings us to your second character. What do you think about Iori? I think he's an awesome character, but his character needs to evolve. He can't be I'm all about fighting Kyo and winning. It's getting old. I'm not saying that it needs to stop, but he has to have more stuff going on with him besides his rivalry with Kyo. That's what saddens me a bit. They're getting lazy. But Iori is a really awesome character, either with his design but also with his character. There are a lot of things going on with him. He's not very violent, even though he may seem so. He likes animals, and he doesn't want to get involved with people because of his curse of the right of the blood. He doesn't want to hurt others actually. So there are a lot of nuances to him. But unfortunately, all those are on the background compared to his rivalry with Kyo, which is his main character trait, and he's getting old. His character needs to evolve. He needs to have a story arc. It kinda was the case in the Tales of Ash saga when he got his flame stolen by Ash, but it didn't go very far. But overall, I love Iori a lot, but I think he needs to evolve a bit. However, Yamazaki, he is a Fatal Fury character, but he's also successful as a KOF character. He's one of the few characters that made a successful transition from his original series to KOF. He was just a thug in Fatal Fury, but he's one of the Hakishu in KOF. He had a reason for being in KOF, not just being there like the Art of Fighting team or even Terry and Andy and Joe. He had a reason. He is an essential part of the KOF lore. That's why I like him that much. Kim is second to me. He's also a Fatal Fury character, but he also has his own story arc in KOF. But Yamazaki is the best in terms of story arc and lore. And this is something other characters needs to have too. They can't be just there for the sake of fan service. Next question from Dagimmick774. What would you like to see in a new KOF saga? Would you focus it on new characters or returning ones? And whose stories would you like to focus on in the rest of the cast? What teams would you like to see? I mean, there is a lot of places these questions to go, but I'm really just curious. Well, you know, I was and still is considering making a an eventual KOF 16 story, like imagining the story and character of KOF 16 or 17. So answering this question will take a long time that I'm considering making a video about. I was considering, as I said, I'll make a video about it, about this story, an eventual story of KOF 16, like imagining it. But to give you an idea, not leave you without answers, I would go with imagining the main villain to be human, not some kind of deity from another dimension or anything. No, I wanted the main villain to be human, because I think humans make the best villains and make its reasons to be more grounded. For the main protagonist, I want Shingo to be the main protagonist, not some new character, because I think Shingo didn't get enough attention. I think he's underrated as a character, as a background story, and he has the potential to be a main protagonist. He does look like an underdog. He does look like an anime character who can be the new protagonist, at least for one saga. In any case, he can't be worse than Shunei, that's for certain. But yeah, I do envision Shingo to be the main protag. But as I said, this is a question that I can and probably would answer in detail in a special video. Next question from Banana Bike 279. Congratulations, man. Every single sub is well deserved. Thank you so much. If you were ever to design a character for KOF, or any other SNK game, what would they look and play like, and what would their story be? Ooh, that's a very deep and hard question. You know what I would like to see the most? Actually, I have two wishes. One is a character that uses ice techniques, like Kula, because I feel there isn't that much cryokinesis users. Unlike fire users, there are lots that I made a list about them. But for Kula, which I was asked to make a top 10 list about ice users. but what am I gonna include in this list? There's only Kula. It's gonna be number 10, Kula, number 9, Kula, up to number 1, Kula. So yeah, I would love to see more ice users in KOF. For the other idea, I would like to see a sort of mimic archetype character. You know, characters like Shen Tsung from Mortal Kombat. I know that Iori is a kind of a mimic character that imitates others' techniques, but what I was talking more about someone who actually mimics the entire character in front of them. Actually, there was a character like this, an SNK character like this in, I believe in Samurai Showdown 4 or 5, I'm not sure. There was a character that could shapeshift in the middle of a match. Forgot her name. There was a character like that. Yeah, I would love to see a character like this in KOF. And I'm not sure how they're gonna balance them, but it would be nice to see. Their story, I'm not sure. Depends. Actually, if there is an eventual cryokinesis user, it would have been Nameless's dead girlfriend brought back to life. Because if you know his story, his dead girlfriend was a prototype of Kula. There was one of the test subjects that would lead eventually to the creation of Kula, and she didn't make it, like many others. That's why she looked like Kula. So why not bring her back and give her a new design that differentiates her from Kula with new techniques that also use ice powers? That would have been nice to see, and it would be a nice pretext to bring back Nameless too. You need also to reinvent his playstyle. You don't want him to be the exact mirror of KOF aka Cronin. Next question from Astigos. Do you like competitive KOF? Do you play much yourself? Do you watch the pros? Well, yes, I like competitive KOF, even though I don't play that much because simply I suck. I suck at playing online. I get destroyed all the time. I do win some matches, of course, but I'm not that good actually, playing against other humans. And also I don't have time, to be honest. I wish I had more time. Do I play much myself? Well, I wish I could. I do play occasionally. I play KOF and also play Street Fighter VI recently. Online experience currently. Do you watch the pros? Yes, I do. I do watch pro gamers occasionally. I watch Shohei, Ichi, M-Dash, Violent Kane. I do watch them occasionally. It's always nice to see pro gameplay. Next question from Arsene27. I'd like to know, do you intend to do other fighting games lore? And what about a documentary about each KOF game or SNK fighting games? I believe I answered your first question. I had and still intend to do other fighting games lore. And about the documentary, I'm not sure what this documentary is gonna be about. You know, the main focus of this channel is the lore, is the story-based videos. That's why I got asked to do a lot of other content, and I do make other type of content like my top 10s. But the main focus is not news covering, for example. I'd like to keep making the type of content I'm more comfortable and accustomed to do. About other fighting games lore content, yes, I do intend to make to cover other series. Documentary, not so sure. Next question from Selim Shulden. A lot of people are asking about your games related interests and plans. But I would like to ask you about your background and personality. Ooh. Well, these people are smart because if I'm going to tell you about my background,
then I'm gonna have to terminate you.
Next question is Wolf Lightning 777. Congratulations, man. Thank you. I do have a question. Do you think that SNK is underutilizing Chizuru Yata? I mean, we've seen how they used Iori and Kyo, but never enough of Chizuru. I agree with you. And the reason why I think that is, I talked about it in the previous video. She doesn't cater to fanservice. She's very covered, and maybe SNK feel it won't be as popular as other characters I shall not name. But she is a very interesting character, and I do feel bad about her. She is a very good character. She has a very interesting story and very interesting gameplay, which is also why she's underutilized. She's not a very simple character gameplay-wise. It's pretty hard. If it was me, I'd put her in every single game, personally. She's awesome. And she doesn't have to be with Kyo and Iori all the time. She was part of the Women Fighters team. She could be in any team, actually. Or a sub-boss, like she originally been. Next question from Chebureki's Life 8747. Aside from Yamazaki, of course, whose characters that you want to see in the upcoming Fatal Fury City of the Worlds? Aside from Yamazaki, I'd love to see Yuri. I really do want to see her making a comeback. I know she's an Art of Fighting character, but Art of Fighting and Fatal Fury are part of the same universe. And Marco Rodriguez is technically an Art of Fighting character. Is the representative of the Kyokugen Ryu fighting style. But I would love to see Yuri, a more mature and grown-up version of Yuri. I'd love to see that. Also, I would like to see Gato's father. I don't know why I imagine him like Gen from Street Fighter Alpha. I do envision him looking like that. I'm not the only one, am I? I also need some closure to his story arc. Next question, Kool-Aid8879. Shoryugame, how do you do your KOF lore videos? And who will you make a KOF lore video about? I do my KOF lore videos first by deciding which... I'm gonna start with your second question. My next lore video isn't decided yet. I just did one about Kasumi, so I'm not sure which character I'm gonna cover next, which is the first thing I do when I'm making these videos. Then I go into research and gathering enough information about this character, mostly by playing the game or the games they are featured in. Then I organize these elements in a story format to make it easy to digest, and keep the anecdotes and the trivia in the latest section, which I also cover their gameplay and intricacies. After that, I do the voice capture, the voice editing, and footage gathering by playing the games myself. And sometimes, rarely, but sometimes I do ask others if I don't have the games, if I could use their footage. But mostly I play the games myself. Then I go through the editing. That's how it goes. The hardest part is the script writing. English is not my first language. This is the part I struggle with the most. Next question from Abu. Congrats for the 50k subs, thank you. My question is, do you watch anime? If so, what is your favorite anime? That's an interesting question. And to answer it, yes, I do watch anime. Not as much as I used to, but I still watch some of them. Most animes actually aren't that good. They're pretty crap, to be honest. But every so and then there are some really good ones, which I watch. My favorite anime recently, like recent animes, is Attack on Titans. Yes, I'm not being very original, but I do like this anime a lot. My favorite anime of all time, however, is Slam Dunk. It's a basketball anime. I love that anime a lot. You probably know about it. It's very famous. And what I like about it the most is how original the main character is. You know, in other sports, mangas or animes, how the main protagonist is always that genius sort of protege kind of character who is exceptionally good at that sport, but he always gets injured at some point and frustrates the crap out of me. He always, if only he didn't get injured, he would win so easily. But in Slam Dunk, the main character is nothing like that. He's actually an idiot. And he's very strong physically. And he knows nothing about basketball. He only got into basketball team to impress his crush. Because his crush likes basketball. He's very violent and he's a kind of troublemaker. And he goes into basketball to impress his crush. That's it. That's his character. And he also looks like Iori, by the way. Just look at him. He looks like Iori. A lot of characters in that anime look like KOF characters, by the way. And it's an anime that is hilarious. It's very comical. I love it a lot. It made me laugh so hard so many times. And also one thing that I like about it, it's very grounded. It's not... it doesn't have like superpowers with law of physics defying techniques. They're just playing basketball. They are very good at it, but at the end of the day, they're playing basketball. There are no superpowers or crazy stuff in this anime. And this is something I love a lot. And as I said, the main protag is an idiot. He doesn't know how to play. At first, anyway. Because as the anime goes on, he starts to like it and got good at it. And he never gets injured. And it will never frustrate you as other animes. He's the aggressor in most cases. I love this character a lot. That's my favorite anime. It's very entertaining, especially if you like basketball. Even if you don't like basketball, it's still pretty entertaining and hilarious. Next question from Sukuna982. Please teach me how to make combo in attack. Oh my guy, you're asking the wrong man here. No, I don't know what to tell you. You go to practice mode and try to make combos. There isn't really anything mysterious about it. You try and try to succeed to make combos. But if there is an advice I can give you, don't focus on complicated combos at first. Try to memorize and execute simple combos at first. That's more effective than learning long, intricate combos, because most likely you won't have the chance to apply them in a competitive match. Should be more more concerned about how to punish your adversary when he whiffs an attack, and how to get good positioning, stuff like that. It's more crucial to win matches. Just learn basic combos. Once you're comfortable with those, then you can go with intricate combos. Also, don't be afraid of losing. It's normal. It's not only it's normal to lose, but it's necessary. You're going to lose, and it's fine. You're not playing in the arcades where you're actually losing money. Though these times are gone. You lose nothing but losing online. Don't be afraid of losing. There is no shame in it. Everybody loses. Lose and lose and lose and learn and lose and learn and lose and learn. It's normal. That's my advice. Lose more and learn until you lose less. You're still going to lose, but you're going to lose less often. That's my advice for you. Learn basic combos and don't be afraid of losing. It's normal and it's necessary. Next question from Manga Lizomnkobi. What is this name? Manga Lizomnkobi 10. Who's your favorite character in KOF? I answered this question. Actually, I didn't say that I like Mature too. I like her gameplay a lot. He's one of my mains in KOF 98 and 2002. If she's gonna be in KOF 15, if there is gonna be any additional characters, I'll totally main her. Next question is Puchu Siengai Nwood 4220. Video about build the roster of KOF 16 and what's your vision about upcoming games? Yes, I can do that. I can do a build the roster. I'll consider that. I can do that. And my vision about upcoming games. If there is something I wish next KOF games can learn from, I wish they can learn from Street Fighter VI. Focus more on the offline content. SNK probably shouldn't keep treating the series as an arcade game. They still think with the arcade mentality. That's my biggest complaint about KOF 15. Still, you still pick a random team or a canon team. You go through some matches, then you fight the final boss, and you got an ending that is not even voiced for the most part, and that's it. That's how arcade games work. You can't do that anymore. You should treat your series with a modern mentality, and I think KOF, Street Fighter VI, and even Tekken 8 have shown us what they can do. I'm not saying it's the best approach, but it's much better than the arcade mentality that KOF is still trapped in. If they wanted to stay competitive, they need to get rid of this mentality. They can't go on like that forever. It also hurts the offline aspect of the game. The offline aspect of Street Fighter VI is awesome. The World Tour is very long, and they still got the classic arcade, like arcade style, like playing, like picking a character and going through a set of matches and having an ending for this character. And by the way, something I want to highlight, something that I didn't like in KOF 15, you don't know story-wise, when talking about the story, you don't know the motives of these teams when you pick them. You don't know why they are entering KOF, for example. You only know about that in the website. This is a big mistake, in my opinion. You shouldn't need to go to other platforms to get the full picture of a character or of a team's story. Everything should be in the game. Street Fighter VI, for example, I'm giving a lot of comparisons because let's be honest, Street Fighter has always been the main source of inspiration for all other fighting games. And in Street Fighter VI, when you pick a character in the classic arcade style, you get to see a cutscene voiced with these characters at least explaining what they are after, what they are searching. You get to know a little bit of backstory before you played against other characters. This was really missing in KOF 15. And I also struggle to show something in my lore videos. I don't know, but like when I need to talk about a character's backstory, I struggle a lot about when I have to show something, because there is nothing to show. You learn about that in websites, and there's only text, if anything at all. And this is a big mistake, and also unfortunate, because KOF characters have much more depth and backstories to Street Fighter characters, and seeing them treated that way really saddens me. So yeah, my vision about upcoming games. In KOF or SNK games in general, they need to step out of the arcade mentality. With this, you would have good offline content, of course, in addition to good online gameplay. This is the main appeal of fighting games for most of us after all, is playing with against other people. Not saying focus only on offline, but shouldn't be an afterthought either. Or at least the classic arcade stories for your characters should be more extensive. You can't read them as you did in the arcades. Those times are gone. That's my vision and probably my advice. And I'm aware my advice doesn't worth anything, but as a longtime fan, someone who speaks out of love and of concern, I would love to see SNK moving things up. And because you also asked, and I'm happy to answer. That was the last question. This video is gone for too long, I'm so sorry. Next time I'm making something like that, it's gonna be for my 100k subs, hopefully in year 2100. Anyway, thank you so much again for being so loyal and for being so awesome as friends. And I hope I can make the videos you're looking up for. This was Shoryugame, celebrating with you the 50k subs for the Shoryugame channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time.